Hi, my name is Maria Lorenz. I'm the undergraduate chair for the mathematics department, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about how to be successful in your mathematics courses here at Temple University. So I have a couple words of advice, a couple things that sound very obvious and easy, but I'm going to elaborate on them and you'll see that there's actually more to it than it sounds. Number one is attend class, and number two is do your homework. I feel like if you do those two basic things and you're placed in the right course, it's almost impossible not to pass. Now, that sounds very easy, but there's more to it. When I say go to class, I mean show up, be alert, take notes. In fact, even sit right up front if you like. I find that students that sit up front actually do better. They're not looking at their cell phones as much. In fact, I would suggest not even bringing your cell phone to class. You don't want to be distracted. When I say go to class, I mean be there, be attentive, be paying attention, ask questions, be really following the program, okay? Even for those of you that have taken some math before and feel like this is review, and you think you don't need to go to class, you already know this, you will be shocked at how poorly you start doing if you start missing classes. In my opinion, attending class is sort of the minimal requirement for being successful. If I have a student that comes to me at the end of the semester and wants to understand why they didn't do better or wants some help and how they can get their grade up, I am completely unsympathetic if they haven't been coming to class, or if they've been there and have been sleeping or texting the whole time. Okay, so number one is go to class. Number two is do your homework. Now, again, that sounds pretty easy, but actually doing your homework is a lot of work. We tend to give a lot of problems in our math courses, okay? And students sometimes have this approach. They open their book, they do a few problems that they can, then they get to a point where suddenly they don't know what to do. So they say, oh, I don't know what to do. Let me close my book and I'll ask her that problem in class. Okay, they come to class the next day and ask, how do you do this problem? And I'll do it. And they say, okay, good, now I have that. And they count that as doing their homework, okay? Understanding your instructor solving problems is great. That's one level of understanding, but it's far, far, far from where you need to be, okay? Once you've seen your instructor do the problem, you need to go back and redo it yourself from start to finish, okay? Another tip, before you just shut your book and decide to go ask your instructor, try other things. Look in the book. Is there a sample problem that's simpler? Try to do an online homework problem. Many of our courses use an online homework system. Sometimes they have a step-by-step procedure to guide you through it. That's great, okay? Sometimes students have solution manuals for odd number problems. Look there. Ask your roommate. Go to MSRC. Use whatever resources you can find to help you, okay? But understand, those are just steps to fully understanding the solution. At some point, you need to go back to those problems, every single homework problem, start from the beginning, read the problem, work through it till the end with no supports at all. I encourage the use of many supports, but students misunderstand. They think since they can do something with a support, they understand how to do the problem. And then they can't understand why they're not successful on the test. On the test, it's just you and the test, no supports, okay? So it's a process working through all of that. When you're preparing for the test, you'll typically be given a set of review problems to work on. I highly recommend doing every single review problem. And again, work through them from beginning to end without supports. At first, you may need help, but by the end, by the time you take that test, you want to be able to sit down with any one of those review problems and work through it from beginning to end, okay? If you can do those things, I feel like there's no reason why you shouldn't be successful in our courses. What shows up on a test should not surprise you. All that material is covered in the homework problems or review problems. So good luck in your class. I hope you're successful.